Yes, guys, welcome back to today's video. I didn't do one yesterday, and yesterday was actually a bit of a mad day because it's now looking like Riyad Mahrez may be leaving Manchester City, which I'm gutted about. I don't think we'll get a player that will replace his goals and assists. I think it's a bad move. If he wants to go and take the bag, then I understand it, you know what I mean? But I'm proper gutted about it, to be honest. If he goes and Walker goes, then geez, man, honestly, that is not good news. But let's get into it. There is some City news in this one today. West Ham are targeting a deal to take England centre-back Harry Maguire on loan from Manchester United. That's from the Telegraph. I've spoken about this before. I actually think that's a good move for West Ham. I think he'll play quite well at West Ham, where they just, they're not on the ball as much. Netherlands midfielder Frenkie de Jong could be offered to Manchester City as part of a swap deal that would involve Portugal's Bernardo Silva going to Barcelona. That's from Mirror Online. I've actually been told by two separate sources recently that Bernardo Silva is going to stay at Manchester City. Sources are not the best on it though, so I'm not going to fully go out there and say he definitely is staying, but just one for you there. Bayern Munich executive Uli Hoeneß believes that Tottenham Hotspur and England striker Harry Kane will move to Germany this summer. That's from Kicker. Well, we've got a little bit more actually, first of all. Kane's future uncertain. Tottenham Hotspur are exploring a move for 22-year-old Juventus Serbia striker Dusan Vlahovic. That's from Rudy Galletti. Well, we know that Kane wants to join Bayern Munich. That's been the latest rumours that's been going around for the last couple of weeks. The question mark is, are Bayern Munich going to pay enough money for Daniel Levy and Tottenham Hotspur to sell? I don't think they are, so I don't think he's going to go Bayern Munich unless they pay big cash. And that's basically it, really. Dusan Vlahovic, I think, could be a decent replacement. Newcastle United have reportedly tabled an £82 million bid for Napoli's 22-year-old winger Kvaratskhelia. That's from Corriere dello Sport. Well, we know that Kvaratskhelia is an absolute baller, don't we? But I don't think they're going to get him for £82 million. The Glazer family could be forced to approve a deal for Atalanta's Denmark striker Rasmus Højlund amid fears that Manchester United's value could plummet during takeover negotiations if they fail to add a new number 9 to the squad. It's just not going to pay that much money, though, are they, for Rasmus Højlund? That's the thing. Wolves are set to submit a bid worth more than £20 million for Bristol City's 19-year-old midfielder Alex Scott. That's from Telegraph. That's a good signing. I think Wolves could have a really good season. You know, I think maybe top 12, top 13 should be the aim for Wolves this year. Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson has agreed personal terms with Al Ettifaq, but there is yet to be an agreement reached between the two clubs for the English midfielder. That's from Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, Henderson and Fabinho looking like they're going to go to Saudi Arabia, so fairs to them. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is ready to move from Chelsea to Marseille, with the Gabon striker willing to lower his salary to make the transfer happen. That's from Goal. Central defender Johnny Evans is available as a free agent and is wanted by former boss Brendan Rodgers at Celtic, with the Northern Irish pair having worked together at Leicester City. I think he's a good player, to be honest with you. I think he's all right. Do a job, you know what I mean? He's not the best player in the world, but he can do a job. Leicester City are also looking to take Italian midfielder Cesar Casedi on loan from Chelsea. Obviously, it's Maresca, former Manchester City coach, of course, is the new manager of Leicester City, so interesting to see how he gets on. And here we go again, more news on Riyad Mahrez. Manchester City's Algerian winger Mahrez is wanted by Saudi Arabian side Al Ahly. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And if you believe all the news that was coming out yesterday, it's looking possible that it's going to happen. We're probably going to do a stream on this on City Extra later on today. So if you want my in-depth thoughts on that, make sure you join us for that. Newcastle United's 26-year-old French winger Alain Saint-Maximin is also being approached for a move to Al Ahly. That's from Al Cas. Okay, yeah, I mean, I spoke about him before. He's not good enough to be at Newcastle, in my view, so he does need to make a move. Chelsea and Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku will not now join Inter Milan, who've decided against a move with Juventus or a club in Saudi Arabia with his most likely destination. Wow, did not think that was going to happen. I mean, if we look at the sort of rumours that we've been going over the last couple of days, you know, it's been looking like a shoo-in that he was going to go to Inter Milan. We know that Juventus were interested, but the sort of rumours that were coming out that Lukaku didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia just yet. So, okay, let's see what goes on there. Inter Milan have turned their attention to Arsenal's United States striker Florian Balogun as their preferred alternative to Lukaku. Okay. Nottingham Forest English midfielder Jonjo Shelvey is nearing a move away after he was left out their pre-season camp. That's from The Athletic. Interesting, that. Newly promoted Sheffield United are considering making a move for Shelvey. All right. Juventus are pursuing Barcelona's Ivory Coast midfielder Frank Kessie. That's from Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, he's not really worked out there, has he? I mean, he went there. Was it last year he went there? And he's been sold already, so it sort of tells you what they think of him. Former Leicester City midfielder Danny Drinkwater said he would like to return to the Foxes 6 years after the English midfielder moved to Chelsea. That's from Sky Sports. Obviously, he earned big cash at Chelsea, but never played. So, you know, is that a good move? Is that a bad move? I don't know. But yeah, the big one for me is that Riyad Mahrez, of course, looks like he's going to be joining Saudi Arabia with Kyle Walker. Both are really bad for me. I think that City need to keep their hands on both of them. I think it's gutting that they're both going to be leaving, if it's true. Riyad Mahrez, underrated at Manchester City. I don't think people understand how much he does for the football club. Look at the goals, look at his assists in the last 5-6 years that he's been at this club. It's insane. Whoever we get will not match these goals and assists, and that's not good. You're putting a lot of pressure on Erling Haaland, because remember, Jack Grealish doesn't get goals and assists either. So you really are putting a lot of pressure on Erling Haaland. Look, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this one. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We'll be live later on City Extra with the boys to go through it in more detail. But as for now, I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.